Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever Magazine, and I am here with KassemG. How's it going?
Good. I'm trying to match your energy, but I can't, so I'm going to be like this.
It's been a long weekend at Playlist Live. We're all lacking sleep, aren't we?
You're lucky you got me today because I actually got sleep last night.
Okay, I'm glad.
Just for this interview.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's an honor.
At 10 p.m.
Okay.
Thinking about you.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, the interview.
Honored. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I got enough sleep, so here we are. Let's see what happens.
We'll see how this goes. And now, obviously, you are very popular on YouTube. How did it all start for you? How did you get started posting videos on YouTube?
Well, I worked at Best Buy, and then I hired a guy who had, his name was Corey Williams, and he had a viral cat video. And then he told me all about YouTube and what it was. And I was doing comedy at the time, like stand-up, and I was taking acting classes and working. I was just doing that whole grind. And then he showed me that YouTube was a place where people upload videos, and then there's like a community at the same time, which was the important part.
Exactly.
Because there was other places you could upload videos back then, but YouTube was the only place that had like people giving you feedback and like this little group of people. So that's how it started. And I got hooked.
Yes. And how did you end up starting posting full time?
Well, we started Maker Studios, which is a YouTube network, and that allowed me to quit my full-time job.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like struggle a little bit, and there was a very tricky 3 months where I was like, I didn't know if it was gonna work or not.
Right.
But thank God it somewhat did, you know.
Somewhat.
It's just about believing in that you have something that people may want to see, and then it's your belief in yourself, because nobody else. I mean, people will say they believe in you, but it's really about you believing in you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all it is.
That's some good advice there. And you mentioned that you did stand-up comedy before you were on YouTube. Do you think that experience has influenced you in your videos or helped you in any way?
Totally. You know, it's a different thing talking to an audience live versus talking to a camera, but you have to treat it like it's maybe the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's people, like you look at this little lens, but there's a lot of people.
Yes.
I like to think that all their faces are squished right in there, and I'm talking directly to them.
That's the first time I've ever heard anybody doing that.
There's like,
very creative.
For me, there's like a few 100,000 squished little faces in there.
Wow.
Most of them are unhappy with what they see.
Oh no. Guys, cheer up. Yeah. Cheer up a little bit.
God, get out of your deep dark holes.
Yeah.
It's nice out here.
It is very nice here in Florida. And
actually,
now,
it's not.
Come on.
It's okay, all right.
Come on, it's great here.
No, I'm a snob. I'm from California, so.
I know, California is the place, I suppose, isn't it?
Well, we got beaches that are nice.
Yep, where you are very often.
The weather's okay, but the people are way worse.
They're very interesting, aren't they?
That's a great way to say just terrible people.
That's what you've learned from experience in your videos.
Yeah, the people I interview are all great.
Yeah, that's true.
No one I've ever talked to has been terrible.
Okay.
Just in case anyone, I just want to be nice.
Yes.
But you're right, they're mostly terrible.
And no, you are at Playlist Live right now, and there are so many YouTubers here, and a lot of your fans are here. Yeah. And this is not your first year at Playlist Live, is it?
I've been since the beginning.
Exactly.
I got in on the ground floor.
So did I, yes.
This is my third one,
Boom.
and it keeps getting bigger. And the audience is growing a little bit. Do you notice?
I do.
Because when I first started, they were like 9. Yeah. And then this year, they're like 12, 13.
Yes.
We're all growing together.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
No, but really, your meetups have been crazy packed. You know it.
Yeah, well, in the past, like the last few years, they were. This year wasn't too bad because I'm not as popular.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm just kidding. They changed.
They love you.
They changed the way. They changed the way they do the signing, so I wasn't there as long. So, but I feel like there's so many other YouTubers out there that I don't know about that everyone loves. So I'm reminded to like go do homework and find out like who are these British kids everyone loves. I met them last night. They're all really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have an accent, which is like it's a panty dropper.
It's like the best thing ever.
It's a boxer brief dropper.
Exactly. It drops everything. And now, since you've been here all 3 years of Playlist, what has been your top favorite memory from the 3 years you've been here?
Well,
a lot to choose from.
Well, this I don't know if I should say it. I'm going to say it. Ed Bassmaster 2 days ago took a wadded up toilet paper, wad of toilet paper, and he soaked it in water and just launched it from the lobby bar down into the restaurant.
No, we didn't.
And
That's insane.
and it landed on just some poor family's table, and it was the saddest,
Yeah.
funniest thing I'd ever seen in my
I
life.
hope that was filmed. Yes?
No. Ed Bassmaster, he just does it all the time. It's like whether or not they
normal
decide to
thing.
film what he's doing that day.
That's
But
insane.
he does that. That's Ed. And we're all like, I don't get embarrassed too easily, but that was one moment where I was like, oh my God.
Just run away,
Yeah,
right?
but I had to laugh my hardest first.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was hilarious.
You had to
like,
give him
why would
props.
he just didn't, he had no reason. He just did it to do it, and that's why we love him.
That's crazy. And now, this is going to be an interesting answer, I can tell already. For anybody who hasn't seen your videos, what are 3 words you would use to describe them?
Skis, pervert, mediocre.
All right.
Or
all right.
mediocrity.
I think everybody now wants to go watch your videos, am I right?
Well, I mean, I've never been the one to toot my own horn.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of other great people. I just have, I do a very specific thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody doing what you're doing on YouTube.
Good.
And not as good as you anyway.
And if you start, don't.
Yeah.
I don't need any competition.
There's only one KassemG.
There's only
Can't
one
be
me.
Yeah. And now we have a fan question here from Nikki, and she wants to know how you started these California On videos.
A friend of mine, Phil DeFranco, has a news show that he does, and then one day I called him. I was like, can I do a segment for your news show? And it's like, I think in the news that week was Miss California had some like nudes leaked or sexy photos leaked.
Controversy.
So I went out to the beach and I just started asking people about it.
Yeah.
Nobody knew or gave a shit. I think that's, I was like, oh, I'm on to something here. I can come ask about any topic ever and I get the same, stone drunk answers every time.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. And I gave it to him and like it was like a 30, 45 second bit. And it was like that moment everyone wanted more. And I just kept doing them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why do you choose to film in the location that you do? Because California, there's so many places to go.
Well, I mean, Venice Beach, I've filmed in a lot of places, but I always go back to Venice because it's the second biggest tourist spot in California, second to Disneyland.
You can't go to Disneyland with your videos.
And I'm not going to go to Disneyland. So, plus the people there's like a crazy mix of people. There's tourists, there's locals, there's just people, there's colors of people, there's all kinds.
Yeah.
So you get every type of answer or thing there.
That's very true.
It's perfect.
And since
And
there are
there's lots
so
of
many
drugs.
Yes, that helps
That's
for an
so
interesting
fun.
video, I suppose. And
Say no to drugs.
yes, no. And
Unless
yes,
they're free.
no.
Well, unless they're free.
No.
No.
Come on. No. Not at all.
Excuse me.
And what has been your favorite memory from filming a California On video? There is way too much to choose from.
Well,
I'm sure.
I did one in South by Southwest
That was
recently.
Yeah.
But the part that happened didn't make it on camera. I actually got slapped by a drunk guy.
No.
And I was so pissed. Not because he slapped me, but because I didn't get it on film. And everyone's always like,
Yeah.
oh, do you ever get hit? And I usually don't.
Right.
But sometimes, you push it and you get hit smack down.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get it on camera and upload it.
Yeah,
but that
but you
didn't happen,
didn't.
so I'm very sad about
That's
it.
the life of a YouTuber. It doesn't matter if anybody hits you,
Right.
but if you don't get it on camera, it's
Yeah.
just the worst.
Right. If I get stabbed or shot, I mean, I run a risk being out in Venice Beach every day. And I kind of, like a sliver of me that hopes for some real danger to catch on film.
I
But the
guess that'll
views,
get you
though.
some views.
Yeah. If I get stabbed, like if somebody just shanked me a little bit, like maybe it went an inch in and then I was fine. But like the views would be worth it, I'm saying.
I think
Not
people on
puncturing
YouTube need to figure out what's actually good entertainment, because that's not good.
I may hire a guy just to shank me a little bit.
No,
Like a Swiss Army knife and like,
I don't support that.
well, we'll see. If you guys
Come
see that
on.
in the future, it's all staged, so I guess we
People
can't
on
do that.
YouTube, please comment against this. And this is something I always wonder when watching your videos. Does anybody ever recognize you while you're filming those California On videos?
Yeah.
All the time, or is it?
Now it's all the time.
Does
It didn't
it ever
used to
get
be.
weird?
Like, I've watched it, like, when I first started, nobody knew who I was or gave a shit. Now, nobody gives a shit, but some people know who I am.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
when I'm filming, everyone will be like, oh, there's that guy. They'd never know my name. Some people did. They're like, there's that guy with the face in the camera.
The face in the camera.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very specific.
So it's great. I mean, I love that. I get to do that every week. So it's like I have my own little mini gatherings every week on the beach.
So if fans were to find you while you're filming one of these videos, would they end up in your video? Or
Yeah, sometimes.
Totally? Oh, that's
So
so
I
cool.
usually, like we'll interview them, but I don't like to do a lot of it because I don't get that like genuine.
Right.
You know,
they kind of know what.
Yeah, everyone knows what's coming. You know, or it's like, oh, he's gonna slap my thighs. I can't wait. I want girls that don't know I'm gonna slap their thighs.
So
yeah, but I will. Like, I'll still do it, and sometimes that's been the funniest stuff is people that have seen the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And YouTube has been growing so much recently. It's really shaping entertainment, and your channel has grown as well. So where do you see your career in the next 5 years?
Hopefully, I'd love to still be doing just YouTube as the core of everything, but. Like I like to do acting, and I like to, I want to do like a stand-up tour.
That would be amazing.
It would be super fun. I just got to like get my act together, and like start working.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, I'd love to keep YouTube. Like that's the reason why I'm here. I would have no reason to leave it to go pursue other stuff, but I want to try other stuff.
Yeah. I'd love to see you go on a tour sometime. And where would you like to visit on this tour? Anywhere in particular you want to go?
I want to go to like the places that nobody goes to.
Okay.
Like the backwoods places, like.
You'll get quite the crowd.
Yeah, like, like place where Deliverance was filmed, just like really backwoods. Those are the places that I can go to New York, I can go to Florida, I can go wherever. But there's the other side of the world that's like, or the country that I think is, that's more interesting.
I got you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I want those people that are like, they have no idea what a camera is or like a microphone.
It's a great strategy.
But it's also very dangerous.
Yes.
Because I'm a man of color, and if I go to the South, I have to.
Right.
You're a woman of color, kind of.
I am.
You're like tan.
Yes, somebody finally says I'm tan. Thank you very much.
No, it works. The dark hair.
Okay, all right.
You look nice.
Thank you. And now we have a fan question here from Allie, and she wants to know how the trend of these wolf shirts start. But this question is kind of messed up right now because you're not wearing one, and I'm going to keep mentioning it.
Yeah, it's fine. I wore one yesterday. I only brought one.
Okay.
For my meet and greet.
Yeah.
And then I sweated in it. And now it stinks.
Was it like nervous sweat? You were just so nervous meeting all your fans?
Yeah.
Totally.
Especially with like the moms. Sometimes the moms come and they hit on you in front of their kids. And then I sweat a lot.
Right.
I'm sorry. But the way they started was I like wolves. I just like them as an animal.
Yeah, I figured you hated them.
They're pack animals, There's a hierarchy. Everyone has their job.
Yeah.
They're incredibly smart. Smarter than people actually think. And they're endangered.
Yes.
So
I think.
I had a wolf shirt that I had a couple, and then the second California I wore one, and I saw all the comments, and it was before the 3 wolf moon thing really happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do people care about the shirt I'm wearing? And then I was like, all right, I had another one, so I'll wear that one in the next one. And then it became a thing. I was like, I have to keep buying shirts.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think I have maybe 30 or 40 shirts.
That's insane. And
but
where do you find
I only wear the same 5 because it's like they fit me good.
And they're classic.
They're classic vintage stuff. Sometimes you go to those Native American stores and you get them, but they don't have the same feel as the vintage stuff.
You can't compare. And what are your top 3 tips for aspiring YouTubers? Anybody who wants to start a channel?
Don't just start a channel to start a channel. Do it because you're interested in whatever it is that you're going to do. Be consistent about it. And then when I say consistent, it's like make videos consistently, but also be consistent with keeping it up, because a lot of people, when they see they're not getting like traction, they're just like, oh, I give up.
Yeah.
And like I went through a year where I had like 6,000. So I went from 0 subs to like 6,000, and that was like a year and a half it took me to get those 6,000. But I was happy that I had those 6,000, and so it's you have to celebrate the small victories.
Yes, exactly.
Because things happen that are out of your control that could, the next day maybe somebody shouts you out, and then you're all of a sudden up here. And so I don't know how many of that there was, but there's some advice in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there was definitely some good advice
There's
there.
2 or 3 pieces of advice in there.
Yes, and was there for you, did your channel just spike up, or was it just gradually?
Well, there's like, it's a gradual thing, and then like one thing maybe like took off or went viral, and then like you get up here, and then you like plateau a little bit, and then maybe something else you do, or somebody else sees it and likes it, and then you go up here. If you look at it on a graph, it's very much like this.
Yeah.
Some people, maybe like a Rebecca Black, just start right here, and then they have to worry about like going down or staying or going up.
Exactly.
So I don't know. For me, I think it's a gradual thing like this, and most people would go through.
Yeah, totally. And now where can everybody follow you on social networking sites? You have Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram.
No, I got all
stuff?
those. I think it's all just my name.
Just
KassemG. KassemG's. Except my Facebook, which is a different one. But I don't know.
You could just Google
Just
it.
find it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Do the work.
Yes. Do the work and it will pay off.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
And everybody, subscribe to KassemG. Hilarious videos, in case you couldn't already tell.
Yeah,
Subscribe to
yeah.
our channel as well. And I will see you next time. Bye.